Good morning everyone. This is Mamta Khanna and welcome to this video of English literature, and here we are learning chapter 1, The Tiny Teacher, taken from the Alien Hen. So here in this video we have already learnt about the first part of the story, that means half of the story, but let us just have a glimpse of it. Now see what it is. The story of an ant's life is too remarkable to be true. An ant is the smallest and the wisest creature that we have seen. So in the last video, I have already taught about half of the chapter. Okay, about the ants. How do they behave? How do they move? And what are the qualities in them? So now just let's have a look at it more deeply. So, ants have comfortable homes just like us. Each home has hundreds of little rooms and passages. In some of these rooms, the queen ant lays eggs. So the home of ants, that is the ant hill, is too large. They are having many rooms and many passages. They are having hundreds of little rooms and passages. And in some of these rooms, the queen ant lays eggs. So here, a queen ant is the mother of the entire population and it lays eggs. Others are nurseries for young ants, and other rooms are used by the young ants as nurseries. So worker ants have reserved quarters, and the worker ants, they are having a reserved quarter. That means the worker ants, they cannot go to the rooms of the queen or to the rooms of the one who is having higher post, like soldiers and all. So the worker, they are confined to their own small rooms and they cannot go to the other rooms. Okay. Some rooms serve as storehouses for foods, and in some rooms they store the eatables for the whole population. Next, soldier ants have separate barracks. The soldier ants have separate rooms. Ants in a house never quarrel with each other, and you will never see any ant quarreling with each other. They are really living a very disciplined life. Next, each ant does its work intelligently and bravely. So all the ant does its work very intelligently and bravely. That means they do not make any mistakes. So the ants lead a very peaceful life. So the ant, they live a very peaceful life because they do not quarrel with one another. So there is no reason for them to have a difficult and a very upset life. That means they are having a very peaceful life because they do not quarrel with one another. So there is peace everywhere. Next, the people have kept ants as pets. There are many people who are keeping many pets. There are some people who are keeping only one or two pets, like dog, cat, parrots, and many others. And there are some special people who are really interested with ants. So they keep ants as their pets. They have watched their daily behavior closely by keeping them as pets. When they keep ants as their pets, they watch very closely how do ants behave in their daily life. An ant uses its feelers or antennae to talk to other ants and to greet them. So the ant, what does it do? How do they communicate with one another? They use their feelers or antennae. Like suppose an ant they are going and the other ant is coming from the other direction. These ants, what would they do? They would just touch the feelers, the antennae. They will greet, they will talk, and then they would cross and then they would go away. So this is how they greet to one another. Next, there are many kinds of ants. The commonest among them are the black and the red ones. So out of many other ants, the most common is the black and the red one. There are many other ants like the big one, white ant, and wood ant, and very tiny ants. Okay, but the most common, which you will find in most every places, are the black and the red ones. Next, the queen ant is the mother of the entire population of ants of a colony. So the queen ant is the mother. Okay, it is the mother of the entire population. There are many population of the ants, okay, which is known as colony. That means a group of ants is called colony or army. So the queen ant, it is the mother of the entire population of ants. It has a pair of wings. So the mother ant has a pair of wings. After its wedding flight, it gets rid of its wing. So after the wedding flight of the queen, it gets rid of the wing. Even in the last video, I have already told you what is wedding flight. So wedding flight is the thing that the ant, mother ant, I mean the queen ant, it develops wings and it flies away into the air. It comes back after some time, and when it comes back, it gets rid of its wings. Its wings gets rid of. झड़ जाते हैं पंख. Then when the wings get rid, what does mother ant do? After that, it does nothing but lays egg. And then after that, the mother ant, it only lays egg. Her work is only to lay eggs. Eggs hatch and grubs come out. And when the eggs hatch, okay, when eggs hatch, the grubs come out. Grubs are small insect type. Grubs take 2 or 3 weeks to become cocoons. And these grubs, when it hatch from the egg, it just lie crawling and it eats whatever it gets. Okay, after that, it takes 2 or 3 weeks for them to become cocoon. Okay, that means there is a shell on the body of the grubs. Okay. Then this cocoon takes another 3 or more weeks to become perfect ant. And then after that, after 3 more weeks, the cocoon becomes perfect ant. Thus, it takes 5 or 6 weeks for the grub to become a complete ant. So right from the time the egg is hatched till the time it becomes complete ant, it takes 5 or 6 weeks. Next. So it was up to here that I have explained in the last video. Now let us look at the second part of the chapter. Now see what it is. When the eggs become grubs, means ants guard them. So when the eggs hatch and grubs come out, the soldier guards them because they are too tiny, they just crawl, they may go somewhere else. So the soldier, they guard them and they bring them back. Worker ants carry the grubs for airing, exercise and sunshine. And the worker ants, what does it do? All the worker ants, they carry the grubs for airing, hawa ke liye, exercise and sunshine, and to get a lot of sunshine. That means you can say they are just like human beings. New ants are trained for the jobs of workers like soldiers, builders, cleaners, etc. So, new ants, the new ants who are formed out of the eggs, they are trained for the jobs of workers. Okay, they would be given the job of workers when they grow up. And what are the job of workers? It is like soldiers, builders, cleaners, etc. Like soldiers to guard the new grubs, builders to build the anthill, and cleaners to clean and take care of the new grubs, or you can say of the queen also. So after a few weeks training, the small ants are ready to go out for work. So when the ants become complete ant, they are given training. So after given training, after a few weeks of training, these small ants are taken away out of the anthill and they are given some work to do. Next. Creatures other than ants also live in the anthill. So in the anthill, it is not only the ants that live. There are many other creatures, and those creatures are beetles, lesser breeds of ants, and the green fly. Okay, these 3 types of creatures live in the anthill along with the ants. Some of them give smell pleasant to the ant, and some of these creatures, among these 3 creatures, there are some special kind of creature which give a smell which is very pleasant to the ants. That means the ants, they like the smell very much. Others give various juices, and some other creatures give many kinds of juices. And some are just pets or playing thing. And some creatures are just used as a playthings, or you can say they are just used as a pets, so that the newborn babies and they can play with. Just like we have pets at home, we have dogs, cats. What do we do with them? We just play with them. So in the same way, even the ants have pets with them. They are in the form of other creatures. That means they both the creatures and the ants, they can play together. Next, the ants train green fly to give honeydew. So just like we have honey, we get honeydew from honeybee I mean. So in the same way, the ants, they train green fly to give honeydew. So after training, the green fly gives honeydew to the ants. They milk it just as we milk the cow. So when they are ready to give honeydew, that means the green fly, when they are ready to give honeydew, the ants, what do? They milk it just like we milk the cow. Okay, just like we get milk from the cow, in the same way they extract honeydew from the ants. Okay, so now next, man can learn many things from the ant, the tiny teacher. Now you see, this is the tiniest creature, one of the tiniest creature in the world, but it teaches us so many things. So we men, human beings, we can learn so many things from this tiny teacher. They are hard work, sense of duty, discipline, cleanliness, care for the young ones are some of them. So what are the qualities of the ant? It is hard work, sense of duty, discipline, cleanliness, care for the young ones are their quality which we can learn from the ant. Above all, an ant is firm loyalty. Above all, an ant has firm loyalty to the land where it lives. That means they are very loyal to their land. Okay, they are very loyal. Then it doesn't mean that there would be a war between like India and Pakistan, or there would be a war between China and America. It doesn't mean that. It means that wherever ant live in the ant hill, it does its work very efficiently, very disciplined manner. It does its work in a very disciplined manner. That means they do not cheat. Just for example, the queen is busy in laying eggs. So the worker ant, what does it do? It go out and collect grains. They do not go out for playing. Like we all, what do? When we see our mother is sleeping, we go out and we play rather than studying. But ants do not have this quality. They are really very loyal. Even if the mother queen is busy in laying egg, they would go and they would collect the grains from mother ant and for the new grubs. So this is the the loyalty in them. It is not that they will go out and have a war between India and Pakistan. They are not going to do this. The loyalty means they are very loyal to their mother, to their queen. Next, hard work is easy to see as each ant does its duty most regularly. So we can see hard work in them. They are doing their hard work most regularly. Sense of duty and discipline are the most important qualities of an ant's life. So what are the most important quality of an ant's life? It is sense of duty and discipline. It is the most important qualities of the ant life. You will never see any ant which is not having any sense of duty. That means they are going out and play. No. They are indisciplined. No. They are having both sense of duty and discipline. They would always walk on a queue. You will never see them scattering around. They are always walking in the queue, never scattered around. Okay, so these are the important qualities of an ant's life. That is why the ants of a colony are never seen to fight each other. Have you ever seen ants quarreling with one another? I have never seen. Instead, I have always seen them, the ants greeting to the other ants coming from the other direction. They would greet They would talk and they would silently pass away. And that also each and every one, they are greeting to each and every ant. Just imagine how respectful they are, how much they pay value to others. So we must also develop this habit. Okay. That is why the ants of a colony are never seen to fight each other. All ants together take care of the young ones, and all the ants together, they take care of the young one. The soldier guard the grubs, the worker ant, they take out for airing, exercise and all. Okay. Queen ant lays the eggs and soldier guard the grubs. Yeah, just now I have told you. Queen ants lays the egg while the soldiers guard the grubs. Workers feed and clean them. So workers, what do? They feed them and they clean them. They take care of them, whether they are dirty or they are clean. The more they are clean, the more they will grow healthy. They also carry them about for airing, exercise and sunshine. They carry these grubs on their back. Can you imagine? Just like human beings. They carry them on their back and they used to take them for airing, exercise and sunshine. New ants are taught by the old ones. So the new ants are taught by the old ants. So this is what we learned from the chapter, The Tiny Teacher. So can you recall what have we learned? It is that hard work, sense of duty, discipline, cleanliness, care for the young ones are the important qualities in them. They are very loyal to their land. They are very hard work. They are having sense of duty and discipline. These are the main and the most important qualities in ant. And now just imagine when they are so tiny and they can work with such a discipline and in a mannerfully, having no disturbance, no cheating. Can't we human being, the biggest among all the creatures, do this? We are having a very large brain, a very big brain. Ants are having very small. They are just a tiny creature, but still they give us so much lessons. They teach us so many things. Can we not follow them? I follow in my life. And I hope that you would also you would follow this tiny teacher. Just follow one thing every day. And then one day you will be also called a very wise one. So I hope you have liked this chapter, you have completely understood. I hope you would follow it in your life. You would include all these qualities in your life. Just learn from this tiny teacher. They are teaching us so many things. Without saying a single word, they are teaching us so much good lessons. So we must all follow them and become successful in our life. So I hope all this chapter is clear to you. The chapter is completely clear to you. Okay. Now let's see you in the next video, and thank you very much for watching it.